felt like it was time to like tell my pastor like that I believed in these things. And I was like, hey, pastor, like, can I meet with you? And then he's like, what do you want to talk about? And I was like, well, I like have friends that are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, well, I believe in what they believe. I am going to get baptized in the church. He just kind of looked at me and was like, Cheyenne, I can't believe you've been deceived by these people. Like, you have such a strong testimony and you let your guard down and these people have gotten into. And I was like, what? And he's like, if you keep going down this path, like, it's going to be really bad for you.
This is fairly common. I think it's also common in the LDS Church. When somebody decides to leave, there is a natural defensiveness there that ministers or members will have, saying, oh, well, you have been deceived. You have been drawn away by this false teaching. It's a very natural thing. And the difference, I think, between the difference between leaving the LDS Church and going to another Christian denomination, or going the other way and leaving other Christians to become LDS, the difference there is that while we see it as a falling away, we don't see it as the end. You fell away, you might not make it to the celestial kingdom, but we still believe that you will be in the eternities. You will be glorified to some degree. Well, with the rest of the Christian world, it's heaven or hell. That's all you get. If you're falling away, if you're becoming Mormon, well, then you're condemned to hell. There is no other option. And so we do have this. With this better understanding, we can say, at least you're not becoming atheist. At least you're not rejecting God completely. At least you're not becoming a hardcore apostate. Now that would be the real problem, would be those who become the hardcore apostates. But if you are leaving for another Christian church, yes, it is a sad thing, because you are abandoning the higher glories. You're abandoning the greatest gifts that God has available. But you are not abandoning God completely, and so there is still a hope of some glory in the resurrection. But again, we see these videos and we're all shocked at how, or sometimes we just laugh at how these ministers of other denominations react when people decide to be baptized into the church. But we tend to have the same general reaction. It's a little bit more subdued because we understand the true doctrine better, but we still have that same general reaction, and it's a perfectly natural one. I don't think there's anything wrong with the preacher or the pastor saying what he said based on what he believes.